Hello, and wouldn't you like to be able to communicate better in your marriage or your relationship? Hey, I'm Gary Daly, licensed therapist with Stronger Oregon in Salem. And today we're going to talk about the button pushing model again. We're going to review it briefly again, talk about 3 common problems when using it, and also I'll give you a little bit of exercise to try to do this next week. So as usual, we talk about anything to do with marriage counseling, parenting, and so forth, especially communication and rebuilding your strong marriage relationship. So this is an excellent opportunity too, as I said in the first video, to be able to use some of these suggestions if you're waiting to get into a therapist. There's a long wait list for many people. So this helps you to get started in the privacy of your own home. So here you go. It's called the button pushing model, and it works great in building ways to communicate better. It's a problem-solving model as opposed to a feelings-oriented model that we'll talk more about in the future. So it's called the button pushing model, and again, to review it, we talked more in depth on the first video last time. So in this one, remember, if you get your buttons pushed by your partner, so you feel annoyed, irritated, you simply say, "Sweetie, that pushed my buttons when you said that. Can you tell me what's going on?" Give them a chance to finish, and then you can respond, again, without going back into the past. So your response could be, well, thanks for clarifying that. I really appreciate that. I'm sorry that we, got a misunderstanding. Or, I don't think it's your issue. I brought up a lot of memories for me. Just go through that together with you, honey. And don't worry about it. I just wanted to make sure I said something. Now, usually when people use this model, both people know what they're doing. In other words, it can be used one-sided if your partner doesn't want to come to therapy with you. You can use this model in a one-sided approach, and it works very well. It just works, I believe, better when both people know what is going on. What the process is that they know what you're doing to them when you try and say, "Sweetie, that pushes my buttons," and so it goes a lot smoother that way. So the 3 most common problems I see with it is, 1, couples share, well, we just started laughing when we did it. I knew what my spouse was doing to me, and it was just, we ended up cracking up and didn't really talk about the depth of it. And I would say that is fantastic. If that's what happened to you, keep using the model, and it will get better. And the second thing is, people tend to not want to use it in the small things in the beginning because they don't want to cause a fight or bring up things that they think might be trivial. But I would say practice on those little things, especially if you and your partner are doing it together and you both know that is an expectation of the model. So practice on little things so that you learn how to use it without it being a huge issue at the moment. So practice on little things. Don't worry about it turning into laughter or lightening the mood. That's okay. The third most common problems is people interject how they feel into the model. And again, it's not a feelings-oriented model, it's a problem-solving model. So if you say, I've had one couple recently where the man said, "Sweetie, that pushed my buttons when you did this. I just feel so angry at this," and he just went on and on with how he felt about what she had done. And that really isn't the purpose of the model. So just say, "Sweetie, that pushed my buttons when you said that or did that. Can you tell me what's going on?" And then let them finish. Okay, I said there would be 3 common problems. Again, the 4th one would probably be that people go back into the past. And if you remember from the first video, try to avoid any past things as a couple. In other words, don't say, "Sweetie, that pushed my buttons when you did this. You always do this." Or, "Man, I'm not getting through to you. This happens every single week or twice a week," or whatever. Don't go back into the past. In the beginning of today's time together, I said that there'd be a little bit of homework. So here is what it is. I want you to guys make a list of what is right with your marriage and what is wrong with your marriage. Complete that list before you show it to each other, both good things and bad things. And then if you feel that you're in a good spot to do that, and there's not a lot of, volatility right now in your marriage where there's a lot of fighting, but when things have kind of calmed down a little bit, you can share that list together. And it's not a time for you to disagree with the other one with whatever their list might be, but just to listen to each other. So try that this week, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.